We got the Dragon back here on the program. Jonathan Martinez is going to be competing at UFC 234 on February 9th. Jonathan, how are you today?
I'm doing good, and you, sir?
How excited were you to get this fight in Australia?
It's pretty good. It's a pretty big card, so I'm excited to fight in that card too.
And of course, last time you competed in Canada, so it seems like your last couple of fights they haven't been on home soil. How was it getting to compete in Moncton and go to Canada?
And I was really nervous. Yeah, I was. Man, I don't know. I was excited, but then I was nervous too at the same time.
Was it because of the debut or just being in a different country?
I think it was just the debut.
Okay, fair enough. So would you say you had some UFC jitters in that debut?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. And what do you take away from that performance against Andre Sukumta, a really tough guy and tough to make your debut on short notice against?
It was good. I think more hit me. It was just the nerves. Like I was so nervous. All that week I was there, I was nervous. Like I got more nervous when Bruce Buffer mentioned my name. I just looked at my corner and I was like, man, I'm nervous. He was just telling me to calm down. That was pretty much. Yeah.
So as you're in there, as you get in the cage, did the nerves go away at all throughout the fight, or did it stay with you the entire fight?
Yeah, I was pretty much nervous the whole time, really.
Have you worked on, like, is there anything you can do in training to kind of get rid of that? Like, do you talk to like a sports psychologist or anything like that? Or is it just, I guess you just take that fight and move on from it?
I pretty much just take that fight and just learn from it and then just move on to the next one.
Let's talk about your opponent here, Buren, 11-6 record. How do you feel like you match up against him?
I feel like I match up real perfect, and then it's not gonna be the same as when I was just nervous. So I'm going the real game, so it'll be pretty good.
Okay. And training camp, I saw you working a little bit at Factory X for this camp. I saw that photo with you and Chris Gutierrez. How long did you get to train there for?
I'm still here right now. I started 2 weeks ago. I'm just gonna stay here until my fight, so it'll be pretty good.
That's great. What prompted you to go up there and train there?
Well, Chris Gutierrez has been telling me for a long time, and I finally said yes. I'll go there.
And you're surviving the cold. I mean, you're from Texas originally, so I imagine the cold up in Colorado is a little bit of a change for you.
Yeah, it really is. Just a little bit colder, and I'm already kind of used to it. So.
Okay. Did you have to buy a winter jacket?
No.
Okay, well that's good. Just layer up on the sweaters, I guess. So who are some of the guys you get to work with at Factory X? I would imagine Brandon Royval, guys in the lighter weight classes that you get to work with as far as Factory X.
Yes, Chris Gutierrez, yeah, Brandon and Sid Vice. I've been working with all of them. They're really good. Well, everybody's in there is really good. So they pretty much welcome me like I'm at home. So really excited there.
And I know, like, for example, Devontae Smith's on this card. Like, there's a couple teammates, I think, that have fights coming up. So that must be good, too, that you're training with guys that also have fights coming up.
Yes, Devontae Smith is in that card, too. So pretty excited.
Excellent. Now, as far as, going and training here, is this, like, something you see yourself doing in the future? Or did you just do it for this camp and then assess after this fight?
No, I'm going to do it in the future. Like, I really like it. Like, Coach Mark, he's really smart. Like, he knows what he's talking about. So I'm excited to go in there and put on a performance.
Do you see yourself moving to Colorado permanently, or would you just come up for your camps?
I'm just gonna come up here with camps and stuff like that.
Can't take the cold for that long, right?
Yeah.
Now, with the weight cut, I know, again, you used to compete at flyweight, so getting to 35 isn't too bad. But the fact you have to travel so far for this card, do you have to alter the weight cut a little bit, just because I know when you're on the plane, you tend to retain water?
No, I think I'll be good. I'm always at 35 is a cut, but not as bad. But I still feel it, but not as bad as going at 25. So.
And when are you heading down to Australia? Have you figured that out yet?
Not yet. I don't know yet.
Okay, fair enough. And do you know who's going to be going down with you yet, or no? You still have to figure that out too.
I know some. Mark is going. Coach Busy's going, and then some other guy, but we're still waiting for him. So.
Okay, that makes sense. What's your prediction? How do you see this fight unfolding on the 9th?
And get the finish first round or second round.
Okay. Yeah, keep that going. And do you feel like I mean, we've talked about it here, the nerves. Do you feel like we're finally going to get to see the true you in the cage because of the fact you got the jitters out of the way?
Oh, yes. This time will be a lot different now. So.
I know Coach Mark is pretty philosophical, with his coaching. Has he said anything to you about that, about, the nerves and being nervous for a fight? I'm sure he has some good wisdom there.
He just talks to me to just stay calm, but yeah. I'm just really nervous. I don't know.
Okay, no, fair enough. Well, hey, you're doing well in this interview, so you're getting you be getting your hand raised if this were a fight. What's next for you after this fight? Is the plan to just stay as active as possible, or do you want some time off? Was this the right amount of time in between fights for you?
Just stay active. I like staying active. So after this, well, I got to get past this guy first, and let's see what happens later on.
And I imagine the plan after this is to fight in the States, right? You don't like fighting overseas?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I get to see other things, so it doesn't matter where I go.
That makes sense. What about the airplane? I think I asked you this last time. Are you going to be like bringing some music to listen to, or bring a book or a movie? What are you going to be doing on the airplane? Because that's a really long flight.
Yep, music, and then watch videos on YouTube. Something.
Okay. Oh, so do you get Wi-Fi on there then? I guess on the plane. I guess you must because it's an international flight.
Yeah, when we're up there, I do.
Okay, that's good because yeah, you'll be occupied there. Anything good you're watching on TV right now?
I started watching something on Netflix. It's called You.
Okay, yeah, no, I've heard of that. Is it good? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just really started yesterday, so I like it.
What else are you doing for downtime in Denver? Are you getting to go explore a little bit, or is it mainly just wake up, go to the gym, train, come home, watch a little bit of TV, and go to bed?
My days off, we usually go to the mountains. We go over there, take Chris's dog, and walk around over there.
Good. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad to see it's worked out well, and this is going to be a great card. It's coming up here February 9th. It is UFC 234. Jonathan, always appreciate you taking the time, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
All right, Jonathan Dragon Martinez is my fan page, or my Instagram at Martinez3Jonathan. So yeah, those are the ones.